Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu, and here in this session I am back with another vocabulary session for you for today. So without wasting time, we will be beginning with this session, and as I always say, not to forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to the channel for more sessions with us. Now the last session was based on the RBI policies and the avoidable uncertainty that we could have. The government can avoid this uncertainty, as the orator said. I want you to comment below the words that you remember from the last session. So let's begin with today's session, but remember the words that we did in last, so do not forget to comment them below. The article for today heads as Scissoring the DNA on Chemistry Nobel. Now, scissoring the DNA, now see, the Nobel Prize, we all know about this, and we did an article on physics Nobel Prize. Now this one is for chemistry. Now scissoring the DNA, scissoring here has been used as a verb, but why are we saying that we're scissoring the DNA? Because we are trying to create like DNAs in form of scissors, like in terms of like we have scissor has two pairs, so we are trying to create one such DNA. Or what are we trying to do here is, are we trying to shift or are we trying to cut it? Okay, to cut and research on it. So the research has already been done. Now here in the passage you would see that the DNA structure has been talked in terms of scissors. Okay, so let's have a look at it. The huge potential of the gene editing tool decided the chemistry Nobel. Gene editing tool. Now what was the basis of chemistry Nobel? Gene editing tool. Now this is important as per your current affairs perspective. Alright, so this you need to pay attention to, and you have to make a note of it as well. The scientist who pioneered the revolutionary CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing technology. Pioneer has been used as a verb here, which means who developed it for the first time. In Hindi, we term pioneer as प्रथम अन्वेषक. So किसी चीज को जिन्होंने पहली बार बनाया है या उसको develop किया है, they are pioneers. So here pioneer has been used as a verb. Okay, so I would say to develop it as for the first time. Now the scientist who pioneered the revolutionary CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing technology, the biggest game changer in biology in recent years, will win the Nobel Prize, was never in doubt. So for biology was never in doubt. It was only a question of when and who would get recognized for the work done to develop the tool. So for biology, nobody was in doubt. They all knew that this is the thing that is going to get the Nobel Prize or grab the Nobel Prize. The prize awarded to Emmanuel Charpentier and Jennifer A. Doudna just 8 years after they developed the tool has finally ended the speculation of who would win it. Speculation is a noun which means the guess, the conjecture. So this is a guess, एक तरीके का अनुमान. So सबके जो guess work था उसको, it has put it an end the moment these two people won the Nobel Prize. Now for biology, as the writer says, it was well understood and nobody was in doubt that this gene editing tool might or will definitely win the Nobel Prize. But everyone wanted to know who will win it and when will this prize be given to them, or the concerned person. Now here if you see, the concerned person has received the Nobel Prize after 8 years of developing the tool. So they said this is not a big span, this is not as like a long span of time, it's just 8 years, and that's why the writer says just 8 years, which is for any new tool to come up, it's not that long time period like to analyze it and its usage and everything. So the speculation और लोगों का जो अनुमान थे कि किसको मिलेगा किसको नहीं, that has come to an end. But most importantly, this year's prize for chemistry has created history by honoring an all-women team. Now see, this is again, though this I don't like it, but still I don't know what the agenda is behind it. Why people are surprised, let's and why they've named it that it's all women team. Like it's a team, whether it has women or men, it's just a team. So people here, now the writer says that many people are surprised and they are taken aback with this all-women team grabbing the Nobel Prize, and they have created history the moment they won the prize for chemistry. It all started when Dr. Charpentier discovered an RNA molecule that is part of bacteria's ancient immune system. CRISPR-Cas, where clustered repeated sequences produced by bacteria can remember and destroy viruses by cleaving the DNA. Cleaving the DNA, that's a word which means by like separating it or dividing it. Cleave is a verb which means to divide. किसी चीज को काटना या अलग करना. Alright, that's cleave. So cleave for you. So cleave is a verb which means अलग करना या फिर काटना. Alright, that's cleave for us. So this was like to destroy virus by cleaving their DNAs, okay, by dividing the DNAs. So this is what Mr. Charpentier already had come up with. Teaming with duodenum, teaming with, that is, it's a word which means coming together. Okay, एक साथ या मिलकर. So teaming with Dr. Duodenum, she recreated the bacteria's genetic scissors. Bacteria's genetic scissors, like again the chromosomes or the DNA you can say, in a test tube, and simplify the tool to make it easier to program the system to precisely cut specific sites of interest in any DNA, including humans. To precisely cut specific sites of interest. So precisely, that is accurately. It's an adverb. Okay, that is accurately. मतलब एक कहते हैं ना एक सही तरीके से. Okay, so that is precisely. So they had made a tool to precisely cut the specific site to there is interest in any other DNA. While the tool is most often used to make a cut in the DNA, this tool is used to make a cut in the DNA, the tool that they have come up with. Newer approaches are being attempted to add or make minor changes to the DNA. All these approaches may at some time in the future make it easy to rewrite the code of life. So what are they going to do? They're going to make it easy to rewrite the code of life, because we are talking about DNA. If we can cut DNA and separate it, so there are many approaches that doctors can apply and use it in different techniques in different ways. The gene editing technology has opened up a vast window of opportunity. In the last 6 years, the tool has enabled scientists to edit human DNA in a dish, and early stage clinical trials are being attempted to use the tool to treat a few diseases, including inherited disorders or diseases and some types of cancer. So these are the benefits related or benefits stated of how this technology has been used so far by the researchers and doctors. So they have been using it in a dish, they have been like cutting it, they have been researching it with the diseases that it is associated with. It could be inherited disease, it could be some types of cancer. So they are trying to locate, or they're trying to find out solutions to all of this. Though in 2016, China began the first human clinical trial to treat an aggressive form of lung cancer by introducing cells that contain genes edited using CRISPR-Cas9. The use of the tool has so far been limited to curing genetic diseases in animal models. Last year, a Chinese researcher used this tool to modify a particular gene in the embryo to make babies immune to HIV infection, which led to international furore. Furore is a noun which means an outbreak of anger or enthusiasm. So it's a noun, ठीक है? So एक तरीके की इसको कहते हैं उत्तेजना, लोगों के अंदर उत्तेजना वो गुस्से से भी हो सकती है और वो खुशी से भी। तो यहाँ पर ऑब्वियसली खुशी से हुई होगी बिकॉज द चाइनीज रिसर्चर उन्होंने इस टूल को यूज़ किया, उन्होंने एक जीन को एम्ब्रियो में ही मॉडिफाई किया विच टू मेक बेबीज, ताकि वो इम्यून रहें, किससे, HIV इन्फेक्शन से इम्यून रहें। अगर मदर को है या उनके पेरेंट को है तो वो जो बेबी है, कमिंग बेबी, क्योंकि ये इनहेरिटेड डिजीज़ है, तो वो HIV इन्फेक्शन से सेव रही। दिस इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ टेक्निक और thing that he has come up with using this particular tool. So he has modified a particular gene in the embryo itself. Let's go ahead. Though no guidelines have been drawn up so far, there are no guidelines that have been listed so far, drawn up so far. There is a general consensus. Consensus is a noun that means a general agreement. सहमति जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं। So एक सहमति in the scientific and ethics communities that the gene editing technique should not be used clinically on embryos. अभी जो embryos पर use नहीं होना चाहिए ऐसा कहा जा रहा है। Unlike in the case of humans, the tool is being extensively used in agriculture. अभी as of now अगर देखें तो सबसे ज़्यादा usage इस tool का हो रहा है agriculture में। तो ये embryos पर use करने के लिए तो अभी as of now इसको मना किया है लोगों ने, एक जनरल अग्रीमेंट या एक सजेशन के साथ लोगों ने आपस में अग्री किया है दैट हम ह्यूमंस और एम्ब्रियोज पर इसको यूज़ नहीं करेंगे, बट ये टूल सबसे ज़्यादा एग्रीकल्चर में यूज़ किया जा रहा है। इट इज़ बीइंग ट्राइड आउट इन एग्रीकल्चर प्राइमरली टू इंक्रीज प्लांट यील्ड, क्वालिटी, डिजीज रेजिस्टेंस। रेजिस्टेंस मतलब इट्स अ नाउन व्हिच मीन्स टू बी प्रोटेक्टेड, तो किसी को किसी चीज़ से प्रोटेक्टेड रखने की कोशिश की जा रही है। हर्बिसाइड रेजिस्टेंस एंड डोमेस्टिकेशन ऑफ वाइल्ड स्पीशीज, हाउ टू लाइक डोमेस्टिकेट वाइल्ड स्पीशीज ताकि उनका स्प्रेड ना हो। The huge potential to edit genes using this tool has been used to create a large number of crop varieties with improved agronomic performance. Agronomic is an adjective which is related to soil and crop. आपस में जो relation होता है उसको हम agronomic कहते हैं। It has also brought in sweeping changes to breeding technologies. तो if you see here, तो crops में क्या किया है उन्होंने भाई, see this tool that is used for editing genes, okay? So in agriculture it has come up कि हमने उनके genes को modify करके ऐसी चीज़ें या उनको ऐसा resistance provide कर दिया है कि crops are not affected because of particular thing or particular like situation. Also wild species का जो domestication है उसकी भी कोशिश की जा रही है। इन सब चीज़ों के साथ साथ एक और चीज़ जो है वो है breeding technology. Breeding technology में भी हम gene editing का usage कर रहे हैं और उससे हम इसको और better बना सकते हैं, but to use this technology to the fullest तभी ये चीज़ हो सकती है। Okay? So the gene editing tool has indeed taken life science into a new epoch. Epoch is a noun which means era. एक नई दुनिया में, एक नए वर्ल्ड में, एक नए एज में ले गए, एक नए टाइम में ले गया है। ओके, समय जैसे हम कहते हैं, एक तरीके का नया एरा आ गया, नया समा आ गया। सो वहाँ पर ये जीन एडिटिंग टूल जो है साइंस को ले जा चुका है। सो यू सी टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट दिस टूल इज़ यूजफुल, to what extent the scientists and researchers are using this tool, if not on humans then on agriculture, but they're trying to make the best of the tool that the particular, like Dr. Budna and what was his name, Sharpenter, okay, these two doctors, yeah, Sharpenter, they have come with, and Dudna, so both of them, right? So this anyways, whatever invention or whatever development comes up in a particular nation, it should be used to the fullest and it should be used to the best of its possibility. So this was the article, and now you know who got the chemistry Nobel Prize and for what. So this is important when it comes to your current affairs perspective. Also, we have done comprehensive skills like the vocabulary part that I had to share with you for today. This was the complete article, and the words that we have discussed, learners, is there in the list on the side, as I tell you always and every day. So go to the link in the description and get the list of the words that we have discussed today. That is for 12th of October. Also, Not to forget to hit the like button to the video and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more sessions with us. I hope that you guys are following the crash course session also for SSC CGL Tier 2 that I am having with you guys every day. So good luck, keep learning and growing. I will see you in the next session. Thank you so much.